You're such an asshole.
All right, not a legal expert, Cappy, and I imagine there's some lawyers out there who would kindly explain in the comments section how this would still be illegal. But the guy does bring up a point. Hey, Aaron, I recently read an article. A man was sending bullshit invoices to large corporations. The corporation's accounts payable team were idiotic, lazy jackasses and simply paid the bullshit invoices. Not wrong, unethical, but I don't know. You're punishing stupidity. You're punishing bureaucracy. Hmm, you know, it's illegal to ram people who drive RVs really slow off the road. That's illegal. But if one happens to end up in a ditch, that's just too bad. Oh, that's too bad. The dude got in trouble because he got greedy, but also because it seems the invoices were legitimately fraudulent. The invoices he sent claimed the services were provided. This got me wondering if the invoices that he sent didn't claim that services, products, goods, etc. were provided or promised in the future, would what he did be legal? Not for me. That's for a legal scholar. But I'm going to guess you start to enter the world of intent. Uh, eh, in other words, you can't just. I don't think that technicality would get you that wouldn't get you off the hook. It might provide a little bit more legal work the prosecuting attorney would have to do and a little bit more proof. But as far as I would be able to deduce, as far as I would be able to figure out, you'd still be guilty of fraud in some way because there's no corresponding request from the corporation for your products or goods or services, right? So let's say we do what you do. Advance bill for services to be provided at date to be determined, right? So you have yet to render the services. You have no intention of doing that, but they don't know it. The corporation would be saying, where did we request these services in the first place, right? There'd have to be someone in the company to request the product or the service. And so you, by the act of sending in an invoice for something that was never requested, is the fraudulent act in it of itself. That's just as far as my logic would take me. Now, okay, state and versus federal law, I don't know, probably different, but this is where a lawyer would have to do it. But and you say, essentially, I'm curious if I sent out stupid invoices to large companies that didn't claim services were provided or promised, would it be legal? As you can tell, I don't give a shit about these large corrupt corporations. Fuck them. It would be a delicious treat to fuck them over and get a nice payout. Yeah, see, you would, I just, it's a bad idea. It's a bad idea, especially if you got away with like a significant amount of money. They're going to come after you. And let's say you might stand a chance to win it in court, right? Let's say you might have a chance to beat the rap. You're still going to be dragged to court. Like you're still now in part of the court system. And now you are facing civil and even criminal charges as well. And man, you have to pull off like a bank heist, like a no joke. What's his name? Guy Ritchie level bank heist or train robbery, where you do it right. You do it through different aliases, whatever shell corporations, and then you yeet off to Greenland or so. In other words, you'd have to do a movie level James Bond villain thing, and they'd still come after you. I'm sure they'd still come after you. You do it once and you get the fuck out and you're gone. That's what I would. I would not do this, by the way. I'd still. It's unethical. You are committing a crime that I think could be prosecuted. Lawyers in the audience will let us know down below. But I'm kind of curious how the guy got caught. Like they always get greedy. There's a great article in Wired, if that's even online anymore, where a guy figured out there was a pattern to one of those gambling machines. He found a pattern and he broke the code and he was making good money. And he was smart enough to not go to the same casino and the same machines. He knew enough to drive to different towns, wear different clothes, right? And not to come up on the radar. And then he brought someone in with him, and that was the mistake. And I'm like, man, all you got to do, dude, if you're making 50 grand a year on the sly, and but I could increase it to 150 if I brought in an accomplice. Don't bring in the accomplice. Don't get greedy. Just shut the fuck up and take your 50 grand, right? I'm kind of curious what this guy did to blow his, because it sounded like he got greedy. So then what? Things were going well and he decided to just get greedy and threw the whole damn thing away? I'd be curious what some of his invoices were. Maybe I'll go read the article myself. Yeah, but I'm gonna guess that you'd be prosecutable. It would be illegal. That technicality would not get you out from underneath the law. And then if you were to actually commit this crime, you'd have to have a plan and get out. We're doing this, we're doing that, we're not getting greedy, and we're getting the fuck out. But I would not recommend doing it, because then you rule 1, stay out of a cage, okay? Stay out of jail. That's rule 1. Rule 2, don't get a girl pregnant. Rule 3, don't get married. Rule 4, a lot of don'ts, okay? Maintain your freedom. Don't get locked down. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, assholeconsulting.com. We'll see you guys later. Toodles.